I'm excited to share one of our new mini meals. We absolutely love it. Can't wait to show you. Let's go. So this is a divine marinade, and you can use it on so many things, and you want to use it again and again. Olive oil, lemon, Greek seasoning, oregano, garlic, and lemon zest. So spectacular. We're gonna whip it all together. If your Greek seasoning, and you can make your own Greek seasoning, you know, but if your Greek seasoning has salt, then don't add any. But if it doesn't, then you're gonna wanna add some nice salt to it. Putting it all together, and looking great. And then I'm gonna add olive oil right in here. And oh, you know what I forgot was pepper. So pepper is going in here also. Some of the spices I'm just gonna put directly. Let's just show them what I'm doing over here, Viv. I'm gonna do some of the spices directly on here. And then I'm gonna add some in here. I don't know why, but I always feel like I kinda wanna do both. And I'm gonna just do some of the spices and the pepper. Uh-oh, that means that something is done. And when you're cooking, it's really important to time things. Get everything timed, get a stopwatch going so you know what you're doing. So right in the recipe, I say just to put the spices in the oil, which absolutely is a lovely way to do it. I, for some reason, love putting some of the spices directly on there. So now what we're gonna do is just toss this all. I'm a firm believer in your hands in the kitchen. Your hands are such a lovely thing to use. And just be a frequent hand washer. So we're gonna make a high protein dressing, which means cottage cheese. And so I'm roughly doing a cup. And then I've got my lemon juice. I've got fresh herbs, because it becomes a little green goddess-ish. And let's do a nice big pinch of salt and some red wine vinegar, 1-2 tablespoons. And then I'm gonna puree, or I'm gonna press the garlic. I love this old-fashioned one. It's so much better than any of our more expensive ones, and you just can't buy them anymore. And then we're gonna puree it. By the way, I absolutely love this. These little mini Cuisinarts, they're great. They're like $27 or something. And it's a great investment for the kitchen. So here you see it. It's nice and creamy, but I don't want it that thick. So I'm gonna add water a little bit at a time. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want 1/4 cup. The recipe doesn't say pepper, but I'm like, I think it should. So I'm gonna add some pepper. And that's the thing about cooking. It's good to follow a recipe, but it's also good, follow a recipe, but it's also good to listen to your own intuition, to taste while you're going, and to make notes about the recipes you make. So here it is. I'm gonna take a taste. It's delicious. You know, it's really kind of sweet. I put the whole 1/4 cup of water in. You just kind of do it to your liking. And there we've got a wonderful, creamy, high protein dressing. So let's talk about cooking lentils. We just love this as an idea in a grain bowl, although you may know that lentils aren't actually a grain. It's a legume. So what we're gonna do is take these beautiful little baby lentils, and we're going to rinse the heck out of them. We're gonna cook it a little less traditionally, 1 cup of lentils to 1 cup of bone broth. They would really suggest more, but I wanna wind up with something that's really al dente like pasta, so that they don't fall apart, so they've got a little bite to them. They're more delicious, as far as I'm concerned. And then you keep them in the fridge, and you can just kind of have them for a few days, make a lot of wonderful meals. You could do some great vegan meals. So I cooked these a tiny bit longer than I wanted to, but that's okay. And I wanna get these cooled. So what I'm gonna do is put them on this tray, and then they're gonna cool much more quickly. So we did the first batch, here's the second batch. Gotta be careful because there's oil here and oil here, and you don't want to fire. We're gonna get that going. We got the stopwatch going. But here's what it looks like when it's done. And this is so good to like do ahead, have this deliciousness in your fridge. Either just like this, already cooked, or marinated and ready to cook. So we are so excited about this. We cannot wait to eat it. And now we're just gonna do a simple cucumber and tomato salad. I'm gonna do about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're gonna do, that's someone texting me. And then we're gonna do some vinegar. And of course, we're doing our beautiful salt from Celtic. And we're gonna do some fresh herbs. I'm gonna stir it all, and it's gonna be fabulous. Now, because we're starting with the mini meal, we're gonna put the dressing right on the bottom. But this would be so lovely, not as a mini meal, and just like building a beautiful bowl on a Sunday night. So then it's lentils, as much or as little as you like. I used to have such a problem kind of digesting lentils, and recently they're just working absolutely fine. And that's what's fun, is when your food could be changing, what you react to. It's always good to try new things. Now, what would be the easiest here? It looks so pretty with the whole piece, but if you're having a mini meal, it would make sense to cut it in squares just because it makes it easier. But I'm just gonna do it right like that. So I'm just gonna tuck the feta right in there. You can sort of break it and just sort of place it. And then I'm gonna have this beautiful tomato salad, because I think that'll be really nice on top of the feta. And I think we should probably put some marinated onions in. There we go. Marinated onions on everything. And we're gonna do some of these wonderful olives. And oh my gosh, this is gonna be the greatest mini meal of all time. Depending on how much lentils you like, I mean, clearly this can be a portion, right? But last time I had extras, I just left them in the fridge for meal prep. And then the next morning I was going somewhere and I just made a meal with this. I had some hummus, I had some bab ganoush, amazing.